Greetings, programs. Welcome to part three of my 2026 garage tour. Uh, this is the uh, the 80s. We are at the Eclipse Boulevard 50 car garage, and we'll be taking a cruise through the 80s from compact cars to supercars to trucks and vans. And let's uh, let's get to it. All right, starting off with the 1980 AMC Pacer, or at least its facsimile. My best friend when I was 10, 11 years old in 1981, uh, his parents had two of these. His dad was a fighter pilot flying F-4s out of Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi, Mississippi. And I always tried, whenever his mom would drive us anywhere, I always tried to get her to let me ride in the bubble in the very back. And only ever let me do it once, but it was a grand old time. Um, as with all the other garages, I'm just giving a quick walk around of the cars, let you see them in their various angles, see the shades of their colors. Um, I don't know what you would call this red here. I don't know if like it's not just a pink, it's not just a red. It's like some kind of like rose uh, wine cooler. I don't know, but it with the gold looks really good in my eyes. I like the blue on this Golf as well. Uh, yeah, I like the 80s style of compacts. Um, with the FCRs, I don't know. I tend to really like green for the FCRs. Uh, Although if I was really getting my wish, like one of the liveries for the FCR Benny's upgraded version uh, would give it a livery like a police livery akin to the MFP Patrol from Mad Max. It's hard not to love a Honda Civic in any shape, form, or fashion. I do prefer the hatchbacks, CRXs. Um, I don't know why I chose to go with pink and purple on this one, other than I had these colors and I didn't have anything else to put them on at the time. Um, RX-7 is also always a welcome addition to any garage. Um, I'll let you anime fans get the reference here. Uh, and this lull speed, I don't know what that name is supposed to be referencing, but I do know that little hatchback spoiler thing is kind of bitchin'. It's weird as hell, but I like it, and I think it looks good on the car. It's certainly got that 80s uh, Ricer mod type vibe, uh, and I dig that. Moving up to level 2, we're going to have our business cars. I don't know how to classify this because they're not all sedans. Uh, they're not all. There's even a pickup truck in here. It's an ugly pickup truck, but we got your Volvo, and the Volvo pickup truck, or just the heavily modified Volvo, is probably one of the ugliest cars in the game. That's why I put dollar bill rims on it. That's why it's green and pink. That's why the license plate says watermelon. It was hard getting unselected green and pink on the same color scheme like that. It was not an easy find. Um, I love the Cheverex cardboard trim and ground effects and whatnot. I think that's hilarious. I could actually see somebody doing that with this car because it's pretty worthless. Um, Russians did not make not did not make attractive cars. When we were living in Alaska, my mom had a oh, a Volvo almost just 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 like this in terms of color scheme. It didn't. It was the station wagon version of this model type, but yeah, that thing was unkillable. Um, I love this car, although, like everyone else who has seen it, wishes the roof was a little bit lower. It does look kind of goofy with that giant ass roof. Although you'd never run out of headspace, you could wear as big a hat as you wanted. Mercedes in the '80s, tacky, tacky and ugly dressed up as luxury. Like, I respect the car. I respect what it was able to do. Like, it could run on burger fat, the grease from burger fat. But uh, I've always thought they were ugly cars, just hideous. I've never actually been in one, so I don't know if they were comfortable at all. But I don't, I didn't know where else to put this car. Like, it doesn't really belong in this garage necessarily, but then again, neither does the Sultan or the Sentinel or like any of these two doors. Um, I love this blue. I adore it. Uh, I think the visible seams on the fenders are kind of weird looking. I'm not sure why they're so pronounced, but I like the car itself. And I love this car. My dad drove one very similar to it. Obviously not with F1 wheels, but yeah. All right, that's the business cars, or at least that's what I call this section because I don't know what else to classify them as. Next, we're going to run up to the '80s sports cars. And yeah, I know some of these I'm pushing it. Some of these are actually '70s cars that just happen to barely stray over into like 1980, like the Saab, but we'll live with it. This is an Aston Martin, or at least it's based off an Aston Martin that everybody thinks is a Mustang for some reason. It doesn't look anything like a Mustang to me. I don't get it. My friend had one of these Datsuns. Not this. It didn't look much like it other than body shape, but it was a pretty groovy little car to drive. It was fun. It was the first car I ever sat in that had a digital speedometer, if I recall correctly. I would like this car a lot more if we could just give it like a normal spoiler, like even just a lip. But instead, no. The only spoiler options we have for it are these giant, ridiculous things that I don't know. I think they look stupid, but that's me. Yeah. The Fox Body Mustangs. We waited forever to get one of these in the game, and I don't know what it is. I cannot put my finger on it, but something about this car just looks off. Maybe the ceiling is the roof is too high. I'm not really sure. I don't know what it is. but it just looks a little bit off to me. The police version somehow looks a little bit better to me, although at the same time, I don't ever recall seeing a police version of this car. Not saying that they weren't out there. I'm pretty sure they probably were, but they're not what I would have chosen to make into a police car. Plus, I think the game has too many two-door police cars as it is. But yeah. I don't know what I don't know what to think about the Remus other than I really, really like it. I like the way it drives. I like the way it looks. Yeah, it's pretty slick. I've been thinking about putting a more flashy color scheme to it, but I kind of like it the way it is. What do you guys think? I I know this isn't anything you would generally find on the civilian streets, but it's close enough, and it's just groovy. I like it. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about it. Um, I love an IROC Z. I am a child of the '80s, and this car, it was just the tits at the time. Uh, yeah, that color scheme, while this is an unselected colors, I've had the same basic color scheme since the day I first picked up GTA 5 and was able to customize it in story mode. Um, Blue on blue is just the way it looks best in my eyes. This thing, I don't really know what to think. It's got a weird color scheme on it. I think it works for it, but it's definitely not something I would put on much else. Uh, it's also a car I've never seen in real life. Like, I've seen it in pictures of it in magazines, but I've never been in it in real life. All right, we're gonna move up to the fourth floor. That's the '80s sports cars, and it's kind of weird that that's all the '80s sports cars we get, really. Uh, but granted, we get more '80s than anything else as far as classic cars because it's closer to where we live. '80s supercars. The Lotus Esprit. It's my favorite car James Bond ever drove as his personal vehicle. I really wish we'd gotten more out of it. This is the Esprit is what the actual like submarine car was uh, that they're trying to make into the Stromberg. More on that in a minute. But he also drove one in For Your Eyes Only, my favorite James Bond movie. Granted, it wasn't anywhere close to that color scheme. One was white, one was yellow, but still. We waited. I waited for this Ferrari to come out since day one of the game, and we finally get to play our Magnum PI fantasies. And they screw up the spoilers with this most recent update, and now they're hanging off the back of the car and floating in midair. I need to get down and change it because it looks ridiculous. I just don't want to forget to change it back when they hopefully finally fix it. But yeah, best Ferrari ever. Uh, I, this Porsche, like, I don't know why they. Two things. I don't know why they can't just give us a regular 911. Um, I don't know why that's so very difficult, and I don't know why, of all the Porsches in the game from the entire franchise, only one has an actual whale tail spoiler, and it's on the model of Porsche that doesn't even come with one. I don't know what they have against the whale tail spoiler. I don't know if it's a rights issue, but man, everything else looks just kind of weird on it. At least we got a wide body kit, and this one's based off. I tried to model mine off the movie. There was a movie in the 80s, late 80s, very early 80s. I want to say 81, 1980 or 81, called Condor Man. And in it, there was a Soviet crack kill squad who all drove around in black Porsches. They were called the Brachnovich, or something to that effect. I'm old, my memory is kind of out there. But yeah, it's what fueled my love of Porsches to this day. This whole team of assassins driving around in black Porsches, chasing the hero in his supercar. It was awesome. All right, here's the Stromberg, as I talked about earlier. It is like a weird, even though it says it's a Jaguar Ocelot, it's a weird cross between a Lamborghini and I don't know what. But what it really is it looks like the car that was painted on the side of the video game cabinets for the 80s game Spy Hunter. It looks just like it. Go ahead and Google search Spy Hunter and you'll see what I'm talking about. We waited way too long to get the Countach. Every male child in the 80s who was between the ages of 10 and 15 at any point in the 80s had a poster of a Countach on their wall, usually one with a half-naked lady draped on it. The Viseres, is my favorite based on my favorite supercar in the world, the De Tomaso Pantera, and it looks like a Lamborghini had sex with a Camaro, and this is their bastard love child, and I've loved it since the 80s. The DeLorean, the most ridiculously overhyped car of all time. Even in Back to the Future, the car that made it famous, or the movie that made it famous, the big joke was that it would, like, you're never going to get a DeLorean to reach 85 miles an hour. It's just always been kind of a piece of crap. Late 80s, well, just 80s model Porsche Carrera. Yeah, I tried to model mine very, very loosely off the one driven by Tony Montana in Scarface. Just gray. I realize this isn't actually an accurate representation of an 80s Porsche. Instead, it's a representation of an homage, a real life homage. It's kind of a weird story, but it's as close as we get. And of course, there's the Ferrari Testarossa. Every time I look at this, I hear Cruisin' USA's theme song in my head. I pumped ridiculous amounts of money into that game. Yeah. Anyway, that is the 80s supercars. The era that defined them. And the Countach is the most defining supercar of all time. It's the image that shows up in my head the moment anybody says supercar. It's the picture next to the word in the dictionary. Anyway, the last floor here is trucks, vans, SUVs, and a camper. We've got the Subaru Brat. I loved this car as a kid, but the coolest thing about it is not one of the options you can add. And that's the rumble seat that was in the very back, which had like handlebars that you could hold on to. It was rear facing. It was totally exposed. My neighbor had one, and I begged him and begged him to let me ride in it, and he just wouldn't. What an asshole. But also, Rockstar kind of assholes for not giving us a jump seat option in the back. Even if we couldn't ride in it, I wouldn't care. I just want the visual of it there. I love this. I love this pickup. I love the colored default wheels. These are the only default, some of the only default wheels in the game with text on them. And the colored part, as you can see, is like a two-tone kind of thing. You have to use F1s to get the default wheels on most vehicles colored, if they can take color in the first place. You put the F1 on there first, colored in what you want it, and then you change it in the tires section, not in the wheel section. Gotta love a Blazer or a Bronco or whatever. The real life version this car is based off of, while I love the way my version of it turned out here, it was always a very disappointing vehicle to me. My granddad drove a truck just like this, same colors, everything. To this day, if you say pickup truck to me, this is the image that appears in my head, is the truck he drove, but looked almost just like this. Toyota Hilux, maybe the coolest pickup truck ever made. Like, this thing can go anywhere in real life. There's a reason Marty McFly was willing to risk everything for it. I love me a bitchin' van. Got like a normal van here, just your standard passenger van, and then we've got your super pimped out, like late 70s, early 80s conversion van. My uncle had one that was these same colors. Coolest car I've ever seen in my life. Definitely the coolest car I've ever been in. We had possession of it for 3 years while he was stationed in Germany, and all my favorite road trips we were taking in this thing. Had wraparound seats in the back, a working sink, track lighting, swivel seats in the front. It was the coolest thing ever. This SUV here is based on the SUV from Tango and Cash. I was very surprised when it showed up in the game. I always thought it was really cool looking when I saw it in the movie, but even now looking at it, all I can think of is just how backbreaking keeping those windows on the inside clean, like the windshield. Like, oh my God. And I love a camper. I do. I wish I had one of these in real life, although not as shitty as this one. And that's every car in the game, including their variants, that was manufactured before the year 1990. Thank you for taking this tour with me. Part 3 will be up soon as I move into more normal garages. So keep your eye out for that, and thank you very much.